Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, smash the like button and subscribe. If you can, leave a comment in the comment section. Just put loads of thumbs up and stuff like that. Today, I've got an interesting tutorial. We're gonna be looking at a build from Pure Gym. So yeah, if you go to Pure Gym, drop a like on this video. And if you enjoy, Pure Gym, if it's a great place for you, just let us know in the comment section. If you got West experiences in Pure Gym, let us know in the comment section. All of that juicy great stuff. All right, me personally, I haven't used Pure Gym ever. Oh, have I actually? Wait, I have. Sorry, I have. Okay, right. So £0 joining fee. Everybody loves that, right? And soon, no contract, low prices, great value. See, I'm in. I should have clicked this button straight off the bat. Anyway, so yeah, this is what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to try to do my best to build it for you, but most importantly, when I saw this, I saw they've got a nice sort of like top section here. But yeah, how I designed this, and basically, and then we jump into Dreamweaver. Let me show you what Dreamweaver is looking like at the moment. It's actually plain, nothing in there, just ready body tags, a bit of like the table, and then we're gonna do that and do that. So yeah, we're gonna jump back into Dreamweaver in a bit, so make sure you watch the whole video. Don't skip. Yeah, you can skip if you want to. I can not tell you what to do. So but yeah, let's go back to Photoshop. So back in Photoshop, look, I just like, what do I like about this? Wait, something's wrong with my Wacom tablet. I gotta fix it. How can I use it? Yeah, it's disconnected. All right, so we're back. Yeah, the Wacom tablet was basically not connected. That's why I was like, what's going on? Let's pick a color here. I'm gonna go for purple, pink, something that's totally contrast to what we got on screen. As you can see, they've got a logo here. They've got a photo here of the action in the gym, which is always like, wow, they say it's like important. If you can bring those things into the email, obviously it sells the picture a little bit better, sells the thing a bit better. They've got this nice design, the arc thing, okay, which I can't do. Whoop. Yeah, they got the arc thing, and then obviously they've got this bit as well, which is sticking above there. So they got this roundel, and then they've got that, and they've got that. Okay, great stuff. And then obviously they've got this nice title here, and then they've got the button bit there. So just so you don't get too confused, this whole thing, let me choose different color. What color can I choose now? Okay, yellow. Of course, yellow is gonna be bad for your eyes, but hey. So they've got this bit here, all up, this whole thing, that's a whole one image. Okay, that's one image. Okay, that's one image. Okay, and then after that one image, then they start doing the HTML stuff. So don't really get too confused, like, oh my god, how do I code this in? Email marketing, simplest thing ever in the world. Trust me, let's just get this money and just run. So sometimes you can get away with like creating the graphic. Once you create the graphic, you can put all these elements on the graphic, and then things like this bit here, because you just don't want the whole email to be image heavy, because it can be flagged as spam and stuff like that. So you then want to put elements of like live text. So now this button, you can code it up. This button, you can code it up. This is an image. It's pretty nice. It's like a GIF. Maybe in another video I'll show you, if this was me, how I would create this GIF. But I would probably use something like After Effects, yeah, to create the GIF. Pretty much you can use Premiere Pro as well, because it's just animating this image left and right. They've got, if I zoom in here, they've got a little bit of personalization. So they got somebody's name that pops up on here, okay, and then I've obviously got a nice little paragraph section happening there. And what to pay, sometimes pay attention to details, like basically if you look at this paragraph, this sentence here, I'm not paragraph, sentence. So basically if you look at this, you can see that there's a little bit of bold. Okay, so the text is made to look bold. Okay, and after that, obviously they go from this color of a background and then to the white background, and they've got a little bit of text here, terms and conditions stuff. And then they've got the nice social media icons where people can actually click and link up to their platforms and stuff like that, which is great. If you've got like a problem, you can just, you know, message them on Twitter and say, sort it out, you know, or you can just, you know, check the latest activities that are happening, you know, type of thing. So obviously social media is a great place to put in your emails so that people know exactly what's going on. Standard stuff: address, registered, company number, VAT, at Pure Gym 2022. Great. Let's hide that. And now if I go into this layer, I've got the elements which I'm going to use to create like you know, that hero image. So I've got the logo here, which you can see blinking on screen. This logo is actually quite interesting because the logo that I found was like a one with like black, but you can see here the logo's got white. So we're gonna do some treatment to get that to work the way we want it to work. Don't know if that's the best way, or should I have looked harder for the right logo? I don't know. And then after the logo, we have this image which is blinking on screen of somebody, you know, in action in the gym, which is quite nice, you know. So we're gonna use that. So essentially what we're trying to let me see if I can, yeah, there you go. So essentially this is what we're going to try to create, this graphic. Okay, so yeah, we're going to try to replicate this graphic, see if we can do it. So yeah, like I said, we needed to have this image, something like that. Instructor pointing, jump a little bit this way, otherwise you're going to fall off the thing. And then we got the logo, which we're going to do a little bit of treatment. So hopefully by watching this video also you're going to learn like how you can, you know, play around in Photoshop coming up with these things. So let's get started. I can pull up some guides. Maybe the circle goes up to there. So you can also see there's a bit of center in here, like they've got logo centered, circle centered, you know, graphic designer do some stuff. Okay, let's try that for color. And then what I'm gonna do is, let's go to properties. I'm gonna try to uncheck that so that I can just manipulate one corner. So I'm gonna do 50. Let's see how that looks like. You can see that's a tiny thing happening. Let's go to 200 to see what happens. Jeez, okay. This is gonna be a long day. Okay. Oh, that is not it. Okay, so maybe let's go 400. All right. So maybe let's do 400 this side. 400. Okay. Let's do 500. All right. I mean, there's other ways of doing this, to be fair. You can use a pen tool. You can draw it out. I guess that could work too, right? Put the image right at the back there. Okay, it's already at the back. So yeah, for things like this, you definitely need a huge image, as you can see. Otherwise, if it's a small image, it's gonna pixelate. Also, the problem with this image is that maybe not so much a problem if I just have that guy. You can see he's hidden now. Or yeah, so you need it basically to work with an image that works as well. Otherwise it's not going to work properly. Right, let's just leave it there for now. It's fine. So you can use this circular tool, hold shift, and change the color of it to something like, I don't know, yellow. Okay, so actually I'm going to change the color of that yellow to a red, which is on screen. Let's try one of these reds. Okay, that's cool. And then just actually I'm gonna do some here, scale it up a little bit so it fills in a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna duplicate this circle. Command J. I'm gonna scale this circle down. Okay, scale it down to somewhere like there. Put it here, or change the color of this circle. I need to hit enter, change the color to like a white. Then I'm gonna hold Alt, shift it across. All right, something like that. This is so off-brand, but you get the point I'm trying to put across. Alt hold shift, scale it proportionally. Okay, that's cool. Maybe this circle can just be a bit smaller. Let's see. Okay, something like that. Man, these graphic designers be coming up with great ideas. Right, let me see what kind of like drop shadow we can give on that thing. Lessen the intensity of that. The thing looks sharp, so spread. Okay, maybe drop the opacity down a little bit to like 18, 15, 14. All right, cool. Right, so we got that. I'm gonna copy this by holding Alt and drop it onto this one. Okay, so we got two of those. There's also that on the red one. All right, so all of them got a shadow going on in there. I'm gonna hide the guides. Yeah. So next up is the text. All right, so we're gonna group these ones and say rounders or something. Okay, and then what else? We're gonna put the text here. Okay, and say something like what? Really? Something like low prices. I'm probably typing that wrong. Let's go here. Make the color white. Transform uppercase. Make it big. Man, all right, you get the idea. Italics on the text. Okay, something like that. The thing is, it looks really bold like that, but obviously that's not the font they used. Low prices. Okay, I'm just gonna stick to low prices. But to achieve this little, okay, this red and different colors behind there, how I would do it, I'll probably just duplicate this layer, put it under, and then just offset it by some small numbers, and then make that red. What is it, red? All right, we got something. We got a little bit of something. I'm gonna rename. Yeah, make a duplicate as well. And then this one's kind of like, so you could do that if you wanted to make the red a little bit more strong, but you know, we're gonna change color to make it this color. Boom. How you like me now? All right, cool. We got a little bit of something, you know, it's all right. Bring it up a bit, hold shift, go into it, color overlay, make it white. Okay, that definitely does it. But the problem now is, even the circle thing is gone white. We need it to be like a green. So how we do that is we put a thingy mask on it, and then I'm gonna go into here and select it. Maybe select it with this thing. Tick, tick, tick. Trust me, I'm actually selecting that circle. All right, and then I'm gonna use brush tool. If I color in this with like black, which is the color here, it's gonna actually reveal what's underneath, like that. Okay, cool. And as you can see, the layer underneath kind of it was a bad image that I actually got. So yeah, so to get rid of that stupidness that's happening around this image, the white stuff, basically I have to actually just come in here, color overlay, but I don't have the color now. See that one? I think it's that one. All right, something like that. So yeah, that gets rid of the color, the white thing that was happening. All right, cool. A little orange button which says I'm in. So it'd be something like you just get even one of these ones and just move it. Maybe actually I can center it like that. The text I can center it like that. Okay, I'm in. Boom. Right, so now I can actually shrink the text down move it over the button. Huh, how about that? Leave it like that. Why not? Or change the font. Okay, cool. Something like that. So 0 pen, maybe change the font. Okay, that could work. And then is that something like flat, slightly smaller. I think it was kind of slanted in the actual design as well. And then once you got this image all done, then you can save it and be able to use it in the actual campaign. Let's see. So we got a table, which is 100%. So we're gonna nest. Again, if you haven't watched the nesting video, look for it on the channel. Go into the main page. So now we've nested a table. 640. Okay. Be generous there, but I think it's all right. You can even do 600 if you want. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. You can even do 520 if you want. So, but yeah, what we're gonna do is add an image in here. So we got the image in there. Obviously, the image, if I hover over it, you will see the dimensions. So it's at 1200 by 1650. So basically, what that tells you is they did retina, which is designing it so that it's crisp. So half of 1200 will be 600. So yeah, 600 makes sense if it's like an email, which is 600. Okay, 600, and it automatically calculates the height for me. Like the height is 825. You can see there's this dusty happen. So this is how you want to play with media queries. Start small. Maybe just make a media query as you go and see, oh, okay, the image is responsive, put the E in there and then scale it in. It's like, oh, nice. It's not breaking. So imagine this screen is somebody on iPhone, right? Because the screen is going to be small. So the image shrinks in and you can still be able to see the email without it breaking. And like if you don't put classes, it does that. It's broken. People be like doing all this kind of stuff. You don't want that. So you want to give them an image that's like that, basically, which scales in. And then this will be a desktop view and things will kind of be looking like this. Let's go back to Photoshop. Just get perspective and focus on what we actually need to work on. It seems like the I am in button is not part of the image. So we're gonna need to code that up. So let's start with that. In here, you nest a table, give it a width, say for example, 120. Indent this back so that you know where a table starts and finishes. TR starts and finishes. And let's go to Photoshop and get a color for that button. And then we go back to Dreamweaver and we actually say on the table that we gave 120 BG color, which is background color, equals, we paste, put £, then we paste in the number that we got from Photoshop. Then we say in. You can actually just do a href, scroll down a little bit and refresh. You can see what we're kind of working with here, and we're gonna give it a style to control how the text looks like. The text needs to be white, so we're gonna do color. We're gonna do £, 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then text decoration to get rid of the underline. We're gonna do none. The line center, then the button is gonna push into the middle like that. Padding top. I actually don't need padding top, but anyway, let's just do padding bottom. So let's just do 50 pixels for now. Change the top to bottom. Okay, refresh, and then now we can have more room down the bottom. Align center so that the text goes in the middle. Text transform uppercase, uppercase. And by the way, you don't need Dreamweaver to code. Like you can use any email editor that you like using, type of thing, you know. So we're gonna do style. All right, we're gonna do some padding to make the button a little bit, the height a bit bigger. So we're gonna do something like 10 pixels, 0 pixels, left and right. Okay, I'm cool with that. Now where it says 80 is where I'm gonna put a style, which controls the border radius, the rounding of the corners. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do border radius of something like what? 4 pixels maybe. Let's just refresh. Okay. Looks all right. You can even bump it to 6 if you feel like it. Bit much compared to what the design is like. 5. All right, satisfied. Right, so next thing is, if I go to Photoshop, actually, I have to color pick this color and come into Dreamweaver, and here on this TD, I need to do a BG color. Okay, why am I doing the BG color thing, you may ask? Is because before I even put the pound sign, it's white, so I need to control that to have the same color so that it blends the button into, you know, if I don't do that, there's no blend. So boom, so there's the blend happening there. Obviously we got padding, which is a lot because I put it at 50 here. We can get rid of that. If you wanted padding at the top as well, you can just come in here and say padding top, something like 20 pixels maybe. It's too much. It's all right. If it's too much, you can always go 10, whatever you want. Now that we're on that, might as well do 20 here as well. Yeah. Right, maybe 30. As you can tell, there's a little bit of like fluctuating between numbers. So I put a little bit of push at the top because I felt there needed to be a bit of push, and then I put 20, and then I realized maybe 30 will be, you know, a better push from this button to like these buttons, right? Right, now that we've done that, let's go back and create these boxes. TR here, which is a table row, cool. And obviously a TD is a table data cell. We are going to create a table in there, which is nested. And then this is going to be maybe something like, let's just call it 90%. Or better yet, you can give it an actual pixel value. Oh, this is where it gets interesting. You can do all the mathematics in the world. Calculate how many pixels you want there, how many pixels you want there, how many pixels you want there to determine the width of these boxes. So, pixel perfect, they say. Okay, let's do it. So obviously we got a table which is 600 pixels. Great. Let's call this space, let's call it 30 pixels. All right, and I would much prefer it if it was even, but anyway. Actually, I prefer it even, but I'm not. All right, anyway. So we got 30 times 2. And then we got 20 here, so obviously 60, 80. Okay, so we subtract that, we get 520. So 520 divided by 2, 260. Right, so your boxes are gonna be 260 with 30 left and right and 20 in the middle. All right, so that's how we do the maths on that. You can do 520, the actual number, align center. All right, so yeah, we just put 520 and then that's cool. And what I'm gonna do is give this a class so that it's responsive. We can still use main because main is actually 95%. So on mobile, it can be 95, that's cool. All right, that's great. So we use main again here. So this is gonna be your left button. And this one is gonna hold the right button, but within these TEDs we're gonna do a bit of nesting. So we're gonna do width of 260. This button is gonna be a copy and paste, so don't worry about that one. And then underneath here I can literally copy this one and paste and make it 20 because that's the space between the buttons. And I can do end non-breaking space so that it just recognizes that it's an empty cell. I'm gonna put a height. on this as well, because that height is going to be like the separation when it goes on mobile. So there's two ways of doing it. You can actually create this cell as something that you only visualizing on desktop. Okay, something that you're only visualizing on desktop. Actually, this is going to be a problem. Let me just give it like this: width figures 260. Or you can actually then give it a height and make use of that height when it goes on mobile, so that the stacking creates the push between the top button and the bottom button type of thing. Let us see what's happening here. So DB is display block, which is making this cell to be like pushing everything left and right off it. And then DW gives it a width of 100%. So it's literally doing the same thing. That is pushing everything left and right, but then I was giving it a full width to take ownership of that whole row type of thing. So this is key for making it responsive. Okay, moving on. So now comes the video of nesting. Why do we nest? If you watch that video, you'll understand this part even more. Give this a border, something like 1 pixel solid. You can even say white, it will work, or you can do the FFF. The first bit is saying use code, and then the row underneath it. So we kind of have that look going. Okay, kind of getting there somehow. Let's see how we're gonna do this part. We can do align center. So I'm gonna grab this color and paste it above here. Right, there we go. All right, so there we go. And then obviously it will need also a color. So if I give a BG color in here, boom, that should sort that out. All right. We up to something a little bit. It's kind of getting there, but obviously the idea is you gotta style everything properly, you know, so that it works out right. So if you do style here, because obviously the text needs to be white, so we can do color. We're gonna do font size, something like 14 pixels maybe. Right, we're gonna give it padding, line height maybe first. Okay, padding. Okay, cool. I think we're getting it. So now if I copy this style tag and paste it here, you can see what's happening. Some things that I need to take out is particularly the padding. Let's see. Perhaps I just need padding, bottom, 10 pixels. Boom. All right, we need to make it font weight bold. All right, how are we looking? Maybe if you wanted to just spice it up, you can just do font size 20, just make it bigger. And then the line height here, you can even do 26, whatever. Right, so you can see what kind of vibe we're going for basically. Right, now that we got one button out the way, let me see where we are. I'm trying to make this responsive now. So make the class here of DWDB. All right, what else do we need? Nothing. So I'm just gonna collapse that, copy that button, literally paste it over this one, and voila. Okay, and obviously that's where the genius of like copy and paste and just updating stuff basically comes into play. So you just paste that over. Let me just make it responsive, see what happens. And then that happens. That's what I was talking about. So that height, basically, it's like chess sometimes. I always say this, like you have to think 2 steps ahead type of thing. So it's like, I don't really want to then code this and start thinking, how's it going to look on mobile and stuff. You know, I just want to, I'm building a desktop. I'm already factoring how it's going to look on mobile. So when I actually finish the desktop, it's actually going to work on mobile type of thing, you know. Image is 480. That's not good enough because we go into Photoshop. This container is not 480, it's 600. So which means that's why it's looking blurry when I zoom in, because that's a 480 image which is being stretched to fill up the 600. Hey, So yeah, it's one of those things. Anyway, put 600 in there, boom. Okay, I didn't want to tab. So when we go to mobile, we expect it to work too. So that 480 image actually looks quite nice on mobile, because obviously, you know, when it goes down to like 300, it's still gonna be nice, you know. And then we are going to put some lorem ipsum stuff here. Okay, if I can type lorem. All right, there you go. Yeah, you can say hi, first name. And if it's like syntax, or like, you know, your database, basically, you just put in syntax like this, and then it just populates it with the correct name. Maybe put a couple of BR tags here just to push it down. Let's see what I'm looking at. Okay, we're looking at that. So I'm gonna come here and align center. I think I'm just gonna look for somewhere with copy, so I can copy the style. Yeah, just copy the style tag, come back down, paste it on this one, but there's some elements I need to take out, like padding. I don't need padding here. If you wanted the text to be more indented in, it's just a matter of controlling this bit here. You can put like 60, refresh, and then you can see it just shrinks it in the middle like that. If you prefer it like that, great. If you don't, you can always go back to, what do we have, 90? Yeah. Always go back to what we had before. All right, cool. So, yeah. And then go back to Photoshop. As your homework, let's do this part. I want you guys to not just watch, because when you just watch a video, especially if it's a long video, that's you wasting energy. Not wasting, but you know, it's not like you're gonna watch and code. So sometimes you watch, you rest. So I don't want to do the whole lot. So you have to also get involved in like your practice. Just practice things out. Let them break. Let things go wrong, and then, you know, that's part of the learning curve, right? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been pretty long. Didn't intend it to be this long, but you know how things go. Yeah. Just have a go at this. Okay. I won't leave you totally in the dark. So what I'm gonna say is, okay, you can create a table, obviously. That's up to there. So, you know, and then you just well, this is another little nested table with like 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell, 4, you know, so 4 cells. So you don't need to like make this responsive, because this is likely going to be something like 220 pixels, right? So if it's 220 pixels, basically you don't need to make it responsive, because smaller screens really are at about 300 pixels. So just make sure you center this guy here, so that on mobile he's gonna center anyway. Okay, and then for the text, you can just do the same treatment that we did for this text that we did here, right? So, and then obviously just give it the right color. You can zoom in to the pixel to find out what kind of gray it is. So I think this is the shade of gray. If I color pick this guy and double click here, yeah, it's 21. Savage. All right, hopefully you learned 1 or 2 skills from us playing around here, trying to put this together, and like, obviously, you know, put this together, and then just giving you an idea of like literally how they assemble some of these things. You know, obviously maybe you're not even interested, but or maybe you're kind of interested, or you know, it's anything really. So yeah, hope that kind of helped. And then obviously the Dreamweaver part of it was just to, you know, put that together whilst also making sure that is actually responsive. Yeah, great. So yeah, you can see that it's responsive. So until next time.